Hi, Giocare families. I just wanted to say we have been reading through your feedback, and we are looking to make some tweaks and some substantive changes. But I did get a sense from some of you that there were some technical confusions, and I just want to talk through a few things. So I'm going to share my screen and just look at what I'm sending to you every day. Just to make sure you're getting it. So this is an email to the Piccolo families. One thing we did was up here, if you see where my cursor is, that's where I usually have the link to our Giocare website, but instead I'm linking here to our YouTube channel. The reason is because that's where we're providing a lot of the content, and some families had indicated they wanted to know how to get there easily. So it's going to be in the top of each of your daily notes. So today's schedule, so when you get this, if you are not getting this every day, it is probably in your promotions folder. If you go to promotions, you'll see it. What you want to look for is the subject of the date and the group. So Wednesday, Piccolo. All right, so the Zoom link remains the same. You don't need to go on every day, although I do go on it to click on it sometimes just to make sure I get there, but you can go to any of those, any of your of your daily notes. So at 10:15, there's always an activity. So the activity, if you click on this, it'll take you to our channel, to the YouTube video, and we'll talk about the activity. I did have a couple parents mention they were a little confused at where the activities were. Some of the children seemed to know, some didn't. So I know that everyone is using this in a different way, but this is how you get there. You would click on this link and it would take you to the video. We can do that. Here it comes. And I think we'll see Christy. All right, we won't watch that now. So, so we have things that come in that are there every day, especially for the first bit of this because it was such a quick change. So about snack time is the same every day. It doesn't change. We're just giving you that if you're interested in learning more about our snack time. Now that we've been doing this a while, we may take some of those extra things out. So here you'll find 3 centers for the week. The reason, and so these are also links to videos about the centers. The reason we chose 3 initially is because we felt that 5 might be overwhelming. We weren't sure the amount of content families would want a day, and we didn't want to overwhelm you. So these 3 stay the same all week. I have heard from some families in the surveys that they may want more than 3, so that's something we're looking at too. We got about 50% of our families thought the content was just right in terms of the amount, about 20% wanted more, and about 30% wanted less. So I think that we're trying to figure out how we can achieve that by offering different ways to interact. So for some, it's not so overwhelming. Then for others, that they can find more enrichment. So we'll work on that. So here, 11:45 is the read aloud. We are considering changing and having a live reflection meeting for our younger friends, for our Bambini, Piccolo, and Medio. We are considering having a live Zoom reflection meeting there, talking about what they did with possibly some breakout groups and small groups. And then if so, your read aloud will go after lunch at 12:30. But the idea is this, again, is a link to another video of a teacher reading aloud. Here I've added a second read aloud. It's not usual though. After lunch, again, these are the ones that remain the same. About lunch and about rest, those were the same every day. They're there, just there for you. And the goodbye song is the same. Just Me and My Mom, this read aloud is another read aloud. That's by the afternoon teachers generally. The Zoom meeting, that second link, again, this generally stays the same, although it can change sometimes. So you should try to use the most recent one. And then there's always an afternoon activity. Again, you can click on that, and that's where you can um, learn the activity for the day. So when we made these videos, we made them, they're shorter videos. They're not real-time videos, just to give you a sense of what you could do. We do send them out the day before, and hopefully in our heads, but we were thinking before nap time. So if you did have a few minutes to kind of just peruse them, you could be planned for the next day. Although if you're like me, I mean, I don't have kids that nap anymore, unfortunately, but you try to get as much work as you can get done in nap time too. So that's kind of where our thinking came about. And I just also wanted to briefly share, I'm going to go back to sharing my screen. I guess I thought I had it up. I want to share actually the YouTube channel. So bear with me. I have 100 things open. Okay, so when you go to our YouTube channel, remember I just said that it was on the page, the front page now of all of our daily notes. You'll see all of these videos, and the teachers have uploaded, I think we may have just hit, or it's very near 400. That's a lot. So how are we organizing them? One of the things you can do is go to playlists, and there's still a lot of playlists, but you can go through. Let's say you are looking for more center activity. You're a parent that really wants to look for more center activities. Here are 44 videos of centers from all the classes from April. So if you clicked on that, you'd get all of them, and you could kind of peruse through and see. Or let's say you really love Kate's activities. I've heard from a number of people they really like him. So here are 18 activities that Kate has. So maybe that's something you want to do. These are just the general activities. These are art activities. And let's say then you want songs. You want to sing some songs. Here is a folder of songs. There's 22 different songs there, again, from all the classes. Some routine and center descriptions. Maybe you just want basics. So here is the basic playlist. And then books, all the books that were read in April. Maybe you say, I love that book. I want to read it again with you. You guys want to watch it? Or your child is saying, hey, I want to watch that book again. Well, you can go back to books from April. We may continue to refine this, but the idea is that you are able to interface with the channel as well as you'd like. We are working really hard to try to balance a very diverse set of needs, which makes a lot of sense, with, I would say, a diverse set of technical abilities on our staff. And so it's definitely a puzzle to figure out. We are looking, like I said, at making some changes. Your feedback was very helpful to us, and we will continue to refine our practice different than we did in person. And I was hoping that something like this could be really helpful to those of you that may not completely understand our format. Obviously, to us, it's very we understand it really well because it came from us, but it is important that you have a sense as well. So I hope this is a helpful video. I think it probably goes without saying, but we all miss you very much. We'd all so much rather be seeing you in person every day, putting in your pin, hugs goodbye, even the tears goodbye, and start, having our meeting in person and all of that. So it is a challenging time for all of us, but we miss you and we hope to see you soon.